Hi everyone, welcome back to Pure Song Garden, episode 15, where there's some time before the actual Pure Song Garden Festival. So the dance training went relatively okay thanks to Suzu, who was adjusting the movement functions for Iroha and the doll. And now there's time. Makoto suggested that Kuon, Asuka, and Kanata take Iroha out for a sightseeing adventure in Daiba. And I'm not really sure why Makoto doesn't want to do it, and in a sense, she hasn't really done anything other than order people around. So we also learn a little bit more about the time travel, given that Iroha can only go back as far as this year, so 2027, and she also mentions that only a select number of people are able to travel. So it's quite limited compared to what we saw in Back to the Future with the flux capacitor and the DeLorean time machine. But anyways, that's beyond what the story's about. And let's see what happens next and if there's any more time before the actual festival. So in short, Iroha is quite happy about the adventure in the mall. So Kuon took Iroha to all these jewelry shops and, oh, this looks cute on you, this looks cute on you. And Kuon seems to be stuck with the idea of Iroha being cute. And hopefully Kuon snaps out of it. Okay, so Iroha's like, I enjoy this. So after a while, Iroha came back with this Hoku Hoku face. Not really sure what that means. So even though they didn't buy anything, it seems that she spent a lot of time. So they do know that Iroha can't take anything back with her to the future, and Suzu forbids it. But at least she got to enjoy all the experience of wearing really cute jewelry suggested by Kuon and maybe Asuka. Well, after being full of fashion in the direction, so rice, time to eat? So as such, it's like sweets like the time like this. I'm sorry that a girl's ability is weak. What kind of joke is that Iroha's less girlfriend? So there are certainly various disappointing points, but on the visual side you're showing a girlfriend with a visual face. So it's possible for Iroha to eat sweets, but I think so. Like, well, you're a doll, so you can't really eat or drink. So that's gonna be really hard for us to do. And I'm not really sure if taste is one of the senses that the doll has. I know that there are two senses that are missing from the doll. So Iroha's like, well, it's impossible to eat exactly the same thing. But if we eat together, maybe we'll get some good data. So even if it's a pseudo act, you can gain an empathy of experiencing it together. So it's like, well, if we eat together, maybe that's a good experience instead. So Suzu, is there anything like a light snack for this? So Suzu's like, so there are soft cream, crepes, waffle, bagels, and there's some famous places to eat in Daiba.
ちょっと待って。スイーツ的なものを否定するつもりはないんだけど、そろそろディナータイムだし。
Okay, so Kuon's like, wait. What do you mean about sweets? It's almost time for dinner, so that can be done later.
どこかで晩ご飯にしちゃいますか?
Okay, so where should we have dinner then?
ずっとダンスしてたからお腹ペコペコなのよ。
Ah, so it's Kuon herself. I'm hungry. I've been dancing for a long time.
わかりました。では夕食にしちゃいましょう。お店はどこでもいいのでお任せしますね。
Okay then, so let's have dinner. So anywhere that you pick is good. I'll trust all of you. So they have to find a place to eat for Iroha. So if it has to be a restaurant, there are so many in Diver Square. But simply making your stomach happy doesn't really qualify as sightseeing. So what entertainment elements are likely to be in the store? So I wonder if they ate already, because they're now at the like the beachside park. So in the daytime, this beach is filled with many families, but at night, it's completely different. And you can see the rainbow bridge that was lighted up on the other side, and changed the look as a cool and moody spot.
いろはちゃんはいいとして、制服だと場違い感あるわね。
So it's quite nice, Iroha, and it's a uniform, it's a place of misunderstanding.
ドレスコードに引っかからないといいんですが。
So I think it's like, well, we're wearing our uniforms in this area, and I hope we don't get in trouble for it. And in a sense, it doesn't look appropriate attire for entering an expensive place like a restaurant or a shop. And the Daiba Beach Park we passed by. So there is a restaurant over here. Okay, so let's have dinner here. So while we eat, we can have a nice view from here. So Cafe Angkor, it's an open cafe in the daytime, but at night it becomes a lovely atmosphere. And the menu that they offer is celestial dishes with eating habits, and it feels like I can enjoy relaxingly here. So your husband's like, wow, this is quite amazing. So I wonder what Kuon's complaining about. Oh, it's not like this one that you can use on the earnest side for a moment. You can suddenly use it a note. Well, that's right. You got to take it to her on the first date with her favorite one. But if you come over, let's see, you cannot read the air. Wait a moment. So why am I being criticized? Did I pick the wrong place? So I think Kuon and Asuka are like, shouldn't we pick a much better venue for dinner? This is okay, but not special enough for Iroha. Well, the fact that this is not a store which we would come eating dinner properly with friends. Look at all those guests around us. But I feel that most of the people are tourists, says Iroha. Oh, so it's like, well, this is more like a dating spot. It's like where a couple comes over and eats. It's like, well, if that's the case, then maybe Kuon and Asuka, so that's me, should step aside and have you two eat like it's a date. Wait, so you wanted to date? Says Kanata.
だってね
That's because, come on.
えね
Only at such times we don't really cooperate. Wow, those two people. So it is salvation that Iroha is distracted by the inside and not noticing it.
こんなお店はリツさんみたいな大人の女性じゃないと似合いませんよね
So, well, I'm not as good as Ritsu-san, but I'm sure it's not going to be that bad.
そうですねあの方なら違和感なく馴染みそうです
So I do feel that that person seems to have uneasiness.
というかあそこにいるのって
Wait, so you mean over there?
あら、奇遇ね。みんなもここでディナー？
Oh, so Ritsu-san's over here. So I think they were thinking like, well, this is like a place for couples, and if we go as a group, like 3 girls and 1 guy, then it doesn't really feel natural. It kind of feels weird. So maybe we should make it like a date where Kuon and Asuka steps aside and just Iroha and Kanata eating. But it looks like Ritsu is here. He's like, so everyone's here for dinner? No, wait. So there's no way that Ritsu is over here. This is fate. But I have no choice but to get acquainted. So you were here for dinner as well, Ritsu?
いつもは研究所で適当に済ませてるんだけどね。今日はさっきまでステージで打ち合わせをしていたから。
So I usually eat dinner at the laboratory, but today I had a meeting at the stage until a while ago. Well, even if that face shows that it's true, I look closely at Ritsu, who is slightly red. So were you drinking then?
ね、ちょっとだけね。カフェインじゃ取れない疲れってのもあるのよ。
Well, just a bit. I was just tired, and caffeine wouldn't help me that much.
うわー随分お疲れみたいですね
But for Kuon's like, I'm getting tired a lot.
本当に。温泉にでも入りたい気分よ。
But I really want to go to a hot springs, says Ritsu.
温泉といえばお台場温泉物語ですよね
So yeah, I like the Daiva hot springs that we just went to. How about that one?
たまに利用するわよ。でも、あそこはエンタメ寄りだから、普段使いする気にはなれないわね。
So it's like, well, I do use that occasionally, but there is one that's a little bit closer, and it's not like that I go there every day. Ritsu said with a bitter smile. Well, it's certainly not a facility to use instead of a public bath.
でも、エステやマッサージを受けたいときには重宝してるわね。研究所からも近いし。
But if I want a treatment or a massage, it's handy, and there's one close to the laboratory. So Ritsu was using that one, right? I see.
そうそう、朗報が一つあるわ。あさってのピュアソングガーデンだけど、なんとか現場責任者にしてもらったから。
So Ritsu's like, so there's one good news. So, the day after tomorrow's Pure Song Garden, I managed to make it to the site manager somehow.
してもらったって急になれるものなんですか
So is this something that can be done so suddenly? Says Kuon.
普通無理ね。でも、基本的に全員私の部下だから。
Well, it isn't normal, but basically all my members are my subordinates. So I was told the ridiculous facts. So does everyone have a subordinate? Then what's the role of Ritsu-san?
今回のフェスでは VR 技術総責任者ね。菅の代表がアスカさんのお父様だとすると、ミンの代表が私、柳沢リツになるの。
So I think it's like, well, I did get a good position for the festival, and I'm the VR technology general manager. The official representative for Asuka's father. The representative of the people will be me, Yanagisawa Ritsu. So I thought he was a wonderful person, but what it is, just this.
Kanata senpai, 知らなかったんですか? GNC 台場研究所の特別研究員っていうのは世間的にはそのくらいの立場なんです。
So do you not know that Kanata senpai, a special researcher at the GNC Daiba Research Center, is about to have this position?
他の人よりちょっと技術系に詳しいだけなんだけどね。でも今回は自分の立場に救われたわ。
So apparently I'm the only one who's familiar with the technical system than the others, and I was saved in my position this time.
いろはさんのステージ関連の根回しは万全よ。当日は私も現場に入って直接サポートするから。
So Iroha's stage related preference is perfect. I'll also go to the scene and support directly on the way. That's a reliable remark. So we have been worried because there are some things that we can't do anyhow, but thanks to Ritsu-san, we will manage somehow. Since I was like, in a sense, if Ritsu takes this position, then it lets us be able to handle this issue easier, because it will expose. There's a less likely chance that Iroha's true identity will be exposed to people that shouldn't know.
それでね、これはちょっと言いづらいことなんだけ
But well, this is a bit hard to say, but
ど、愛の役目はステージで歌いだけじゃないのよ。他にも公式行事としてやることがあって。
so the role of I is not only to sing on the stage, and there's some other things to do during the official event.
ということは
So that means that
開会の挨拶とか、その他ちょっとしたことなんだけどね。お願いできないかしら。
so basically you have to welcome everyone, greet everyone, and officially open the event. So is that too much of a request? Okay, so they ate dinner, and after that they split up, and Kanata's back in his apartment room. And apparently Ritsu foot the bill. And although I refrained once, seems that she doesn't really care because she gets paid dearly working as a researcher at the GNC. So the fact, or at the place where I also have the money. Well, my parents are pretty much well off for doing what I like and being able to enjoy life. And thanks to you, I like to like at this, but I feel somewhat melancholated if I think I can earn on the same level in the future. So it's like, well, my parents are famous musicians, so they get paid very well to perform at concerts. And then I'm not really sure it kind of like, well, I don't know if I can follow my parents' footsteps or Ritsu's footsteps and be able to earn this much amount of money. And there's also a difference in talent. So talent is with effort, and how many times have you heard such encouraging words? That's kind of interesting. It's like but facts prove the overwhelming power of talent. If you can make the same effort, you can never win for a talented person.
いいお湯でした。
So there's some people who believe that talent is not learned or acquired. You have to be born with it. And it's like you have to be born with it, and then when you go to music school or performing arts school, they make use of this inborn ability and they shape it to make it even better. So anyways, Iroha is making something. It's like, wow, this is good boiled water. So Iroha appeared in the living room. Usually he seems to have a bath. So the bath goes up. What? So you want to put on that yukata?
お台場温泉物語で来たあれですね。それも悪くないんですけど。
Okay, so the one that I wore at that Daiba Hot Springs, it's not bad. Wait, so there's something wrong with it?
恥ずかしいかなって。かなたくんに可愛さアピールしてるみたいで。
Well, it's embarrassing, and it seems that but for you it kind of appeals cute, so. Let's see what Kanata says. Well, that's the kind of feeling that I get.
かなたくんはいいかもしれないけど、私が恥ずかしいの。
No, you're okay. It's just that I feel ashamed for wearing that yukata. So maybe a girl's mind seems more complicated than it is. Well, I think that the clothes that I'm wearing are pretty comfortable, comparable to the yukata, but it will be silent as it will be confusing. So what about Kuon? Was Kuon involved in it?
クオンさんなら部屋にいますよ。苦しそうにうんうん言ってます。
So I think it's like, so where's Kuon? So didn't you and Kuon went together? And to go, I mean, if you're talking about Kuon, she's in her room, and she seems quite painful to be. So it's quite painful to be talking about. Is that okay? So I wonder if she ate the seafood at the cafe. Encore? Squid mussels, Omar, something used abundantly. It's no wonder if you hit the jackpot.
心配するようなことじゃないと思うけど。
Well, I don't think I'm worried, but no, that's worrying. I'll see a little bit. Hey, Kuon, are you in a good mood? What's going on? Why are you locked yourself in the room? So as soon as I entered the room, I was rigid to the sight. I was shocked by what I saw.
何よ。用があるならさっさと言って。
Wait, what's going on? If you have something to say, do so quickly. So Kuon was in a pretty rough state and was stretching. So what are you doing, Kuon?
見ればわかるでしょ。ストレッチよ。
So can you tell? I'm stretching. Wait, so do you normally stretch?
昼間あれだけ体を動かしたんだから。夜ちゃんとほぐしておかないとダメでしょ。
Because I was working out a lot during the day, I have to disentangle it during the night. Well, yeah, I was saying yeah.
ごめんなさい。ストレッチだよって言いたかったんだけど。
So Iroha's like, I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you that she was stretching. So before Iroha explained it, I already saw what happened. Well, anyways, I'm glad there's nothing wrong.
よくわからないけど、私のことを心配してくれたの？
Well, I don't understand what's going on, but were you really worried about me? So I think Kanata might have suspected that Kuon got a stomach ache from the dinner, or the fact that she felt like she gained weight and she's all worrying. Okay, so it sounds like it was misunderstood.
まあ、別に謝らなくてもいいけど。
Well, you don't have to apologize. So I obediently lower my head. I'm trying to make Kuon sound awkward.
クオンさんってすっごく柔らかいですよね。私、こんなに足開きませんもん。
So Kuon sounds very soft, right? I will not open my legs so much. So now with all that stuff aside, it's the next morning, and looks like Iroha's in for a bigger practice. So now she's going to go to an actual rehearsal. So we got all these little blocks all built up. Now we are going for the next step. So while packing breakfast via rice balls, Iroha listened to my story. So yesterday night, Ritsu said that Iroha should also participate in rehearsals. And the festival is tomorrow, right? So I think I suddenly am better than the real thing. And apparently Suzu agrees, like, well, I do agree that a pre-check is important. So Suzu in the morning for breakfast according to the color. Or like for Iroha. And even though we say breakfast, she's just licking a huge lollipop. So, am I quite the inferior creature to your dissatisfaction, the Suzu? So it's like, well, for its breakfast and I'm eating candy for breakfast, which is not a healthy option, by all means. Hey, I didn't really say anything, and I don't complain. It's like, well, I didn't really say one word and you're already making assumptions. In just a bit, I thought it looked kind of odd. Oh, Suzu's way of eating that. It's cute, amusing. What's with the setting? Are you gonna kill me with that moe? And apparently she's staring at Kanata with really interesting eyes. He's like, I'm sorry, well, I'll stop this. So, the swirls, and they changed to a meat with a huge bone. So like, well, if I lick this lollipop, it looks weird, so how about I change to me chewing down this big piece of meat? How's that? And it goes like, wow, so every bone is caught round. So the meat of Suzu looks kind of delicious. So I wonder if Suzu's just trying to show her way of eating to everyone, rather than just actually eating the food. So do you want to eat this? So your host's like, well, that's good, so please spare the words. So Iroha's eating down the big piece of meat. And it's making Kuon jealous. Wow, Iroha to every bone. What on earth are you doing to the teeth? Hey, it's VR, it's not real. And even the bone is soft. Well, then again, it's not real, so it's a holographic image of a big piece of meat. So am I going to do something strange? So if you do not do something, an uncanny thing, it will be a sunny world. So Suzu talking so seemed somewhat lonely. So the future after 50 years seems rosy, and maybe it's quite a stuffy society. I'm so lucky that I can eat this in the morning, says Iroha. And once again, Kuon's like, you're cute. So it's natural that there are good and bad aspects at any age. Surely it will be the same between 2027 and 2077. It will not come to a world where everything is perfectly happy. so there's no perfect world in a sense. But if you're looking at the current Iroha, it seems to me that Daiba, 50 years in the future, is seemingly happy. Okay, so going back to the MP3, looks like they're finalizing the songs for Iroha. It's like, okay, so once you're done, I'll track it down. Well, I wish I could raise to perfection if I had one more chance. So Kuon's like, well, if you give me a little bit more, I might have been able to perfect it a little bit more, but I guess this is okay. So before the rehearsal begins, I have to master all the songs that will be used. So basically, everything has to be finalized on the record, ready to be played. So in the morning, I made some final adjustments to the songs in the club room, and I spent most of the time getting the dancing and the lyrics all down. So I wonder how the vocals are coming. Is that one finished? I think it's better if we also get that one ready. So if it has to do with vocals, we can do it here for once, but I think it's better if we borrow a studio to do the vocal recordings. So even though this room has plenty of equipment thanks to adjustment, but then again the recording environment doesn't really fit. So it's too noisy, there's too much reverberation. So they need a quieter place to record. But anyway, since the rehearsal is in the afternoon, I think there'll be enough time for the minutes to record over there. So Kanata's like, oh, so by the way, what are you doing, Iroha? Well, it's a pity and it's okay to leave it in shape. Wait. I cannot allow this. Wait, so does that have something to do with time shift? Well, time shift. So I wonder what time shift has to do with getting the vocal lyrics in. So it's not something that I had to check, but was that so? So in the first place, offering songs of the future itself was pretty skeptical. So I think it's like, well, after the event ends, then I was hoping that all the records will be destroyed. Are you really serious about that? The more telling of a useless lie to the lower brain, the more of it's not Suzu. Well, it is caught that it's treated as a low brain, but certainly an electronic fairy of Suzu is useless. Well, so if it's arranged to the extent where it violates the requirements of the time shift, then pretty much she would erase everything without asking any questions. Oh, so by the way, how's my lyrics? Is that gonna be a problem? So I feel love of Iroha of a wonderful achievement, truly the Iroha, exactly what God does do better than the original. You know, I wrote the lyrics myself. Yeah, that's right. So I just gave her some advising. But it's all Kuon's work of art.
そのちょびっとが大事なんです。わ、すごい。可愛い上にすごいなんて。
That kind of thing is important. And plus, Iroha's amazing. Ah, you're quite amazing. Just like an angel.
まあ否定はしないけど、いろはたんエンジェルすぎる。
Well, I can't deny it, but I feel that saying that Iroha's an angel is quite a grand statement.
そこは否定しようよ。
No, no, no. That's denied. I'm not like that. Okay, so, Kanata's asking Makoto. So, director rehearsed, do you not have to go see it? So rehearsal are basic and participation is only related to the staff, or like it's limited to staff only. For now, other than Iroha to participate as an artist, the 3 people with staff chapter, me, Kuon, and Asuka can participate.
今のリツさんならスタッフ賞くらいちょちょいって発行してくれると思いますよ。
So I think Ritsu now issues, let's see, a staff chapter about a short time.
今回のために権限掌握したみたいですからね。
Well, because it seems that she has taken control of authority for a short time. So until Iroha came, it was a stance to leave the scene to subordinates, but it seems that she took the arm in arms because of the emergency situation. So Yanagisawa of the Octopus also talked with a bitter smile, and if I can do anything like this, I came earnestly.
こっちはこっちで別口でスタッフ賞をゲットしてある。残念ながらリハーサルでは別の配置になってしまったが。
Okay, so this time we got a staff chapter in a separate mouth here. Unfortunately, during the rehearsal, it's been different arrangement by the rehearsal. So wait, are you gonna rehearse in a different area from now?
そういうことだ。さすがにそっちをすっぽかすわけにもいかないからな。
Sure thing, because that can be broken indeed.
高峰先輩はどうしますか？
So what about Takamine senpai?
僕もバイトがあるから遠慮しておくよ。
Oh, I'm busy, so I have a part-time job.
バイトって言ってもフェスの設営準備なんだけどね。だからどこかで遭遇するかもしれないよ。
So I'm also preparing to set for the festival, so you may bump into me somewhere else. Ah, always the festival. Always a part-time job.
当日しっかり楽しむために、それまでの間は稼いでおくってだけだよ。
And plus, I need money to buy those admission tickets, so it all works out.
ピュアソングガーデンは僕も期待してるんだ。だから全力で楽しませてもらうよ。
And I also expect that the Pure Song Garden event is going to be successful, and I'll make sure to be entertained with full power. No, this is serious. So in keeping up with the tone, at such times, it won't be a bad thing. So the rehearsal is to participate except for the department manager and the key manager.
頑張りましょう。
Okay then, so let's do our best. Alright!
これがかなたくんがアレンジした曲のマスターね。
Okay, so Kanata's presenting Ritsu his songs. And Ritsu that comes. So these are all the songs that Kanata-kun has arranged. So when Ritsu received the data from me, she looked at me with a subtle face. So wait, did you listen to those?
ごめんなさい。今はちょっと時間がないから後で聞かせてもらうわね。
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have much time right now. I'll listen to it later. Well, it's just before rehearsing, so Ritsu so much as well. Well, either way, you don't have to actually sing at the rehearsal, so we can actually confirm the song later. It's like, well, this is a second draft of the song. I might tweak it and fix it up a little bit, and plus, during the rehearsal, Iroha really doesn't have to sing, and if she makes mistakes, it's alright because it's not the presentation product.
まずは当日いろはさんにしてもらうことを順を追って説明しましょう。
So Ritsu's like, okay, so here's the plan for Iroha on the day of the Pure Song Garden. So Ritsu shows everyone a large VR window and it shows the schedule and the agenda on that day.
ピュアソングガーデンの開始は午前10時。開催の挨拶はここフェス特設ステージで行います。
So Pure Song Garden Festival starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to start with a speech talking about the festival right here at the stage. The opening remarks will be done by Seiji Shimoni of the representative of the Rinkai district and also by a great member of the sponsorship company.
開会の挨拶が終わったらいろはさんの出番よ。
And then when the opening announcement is over, then it's Iroha's turn.
来場者に向けて簡単に挨拶してからフェス用に登録された音声命令を実行して。
So after you greet all those visitors, then you execute voice commands registered for the festival.
それが全ての始まりの合図になるわ。
And that'll mark the opening.
いろはさんの言葉で全 VR に息が吹き込まれるのよ。
So breath is inspired in the whole VR by the words of Iroha. So in true meaning, that's the beginning of the Pure Song Garden Festival. So it's a start that shows the future as a clear form that VR becomes more familiar to us. And it seems like a symbol of something that Iroha is closest to VR that it does.
私がそんな大役を？
So do I have such a big role? Says Iroha.
本来は誰でもよかったの。でも愛にさせるつもりはなかった。
Well, that was the case because well, no one expected that you were not gonna be I, or like it was supposed to be I.
これはあなたという女の子を知った私が決めたの。
And this I knew the girl I decided.
ぜひあなたにやってほしい。私たちに未来を感じさせてほしいの。
Well, I certainly want you to do it. I want you to feel the future. But then again, she started from the future, so I met Iroha, and so Iroha meets Ritsu and change somewhere. And try to show a boldness like refreshing or talk about the non-scientific destiny. But it was not because it was ruined, because I saw one light called Iroha. And Iroha waits ahead of the future that Ritsu-san can expect. And there's too much impact, well enough to change the hope that it was doling vividly. And surely it was the same for me.
わかりました。ご指名ならばやってみます。
Okay, I understand, so I'll do what I'm told.
でもそれだけですよ。気の利いたアドリブとかできませんからね。
But there's one problem, I'm not really good at ad-lib, so basically improvising.
こちらも無理を言っている以上そこまでは要求しないから安心して。台本だってちゃんと用意するから。
Well, you don't have to worry about that because the script is prepared neatly, and I'm not gonna expect things to go off course.
そうしてもらえると助かります。
Okay, I'll be safe if you do so. Well, it's a life or death problem for Iroha who's not nervous. Or who's nervous. It'll be possible for me to be instructed to raise the field approximately here.
開会式の後はしばらく自由行動になります。愛のステージは14時開始予定だから13時にはここに集合すること。いいわね。
So after the opening ceremony, there's gonna be some free time, and then I is supposed to appear starting at 2 p.m. So you should be here at 1 p.m., isn't it?
わかりました。私が責任を持っていろはちゃんを連れてきます。
Okay, I understand. I'll take responsibility and bring Iroha-chan here.
愛のステージってそんなに長くないですよね。
So basically, I just doesn't have to be on stage for that long.
15時になると私帰らなきゃいけないから。
And I'm scheduled to leave at 3 p.m. So the time limit for Iroha's time travel will be 3 o'clock August 7th tomorrow. And I'm trying not to think of it as much as possible, but at that time, it's becoming imminent.
ステージは押しても30分かからないと思うわ。仮に開始が遅れても絶対に間に合わせるから。
So, well, I don't think it's going to take 30 minutes even if the stage is delayed, but please do by all means even if it's starting behind schedule.
それなら問題ありません。お別れはちゃんと事前に済ませておきますし。
Okay, so if that's not a problem, then I'll finish my partying well in advance. So unlike Mu who becomes sentimental, she's a fine one, and I've taken apart properly. And I wonder what she thinks. But I can't read anything from a well-formed profile. Okay, so the rehearsal ended in about 2 hours. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stop here. So we're gonna see how the event is going to fare, given that it's coming closer, and we might see it in the next episode. But it looks like things are getting finalized. The song is in its final stage, it's just being adjusted, tweaked around. And I wonder what other obstacles they will come across to making this a success, given that Ritsu is trying her best not to let this fall apart, given that the accident of Iroha taking over Ai has happened. Well, the same applies to Kanata, Kuon, and Iroha. And also, I do wonder what's gonna happen to Kuon once Iroha leaves. Kuon can't stop looking at the fact that Iroha is cute. And I also wonder about Suzu, given that Suzu is still kind of upset and she has all these restrictions, and it's getting quite hard to understand what is allowed and what's not allowed going, or like in terms of giving out information to the people in the past. But anyways, looks like that's all for us to find out next time.